Why do I love working with academics? Well, for one, I am an academic, or I have been for much of my life. And so I understand the burdens and the issues and the pleasures and joys that come from being an academic, particularly in research. So I've spent 10 years as a researcher in academic settings, a year in biotech, several years in the private sector and philanthropy as a program officer, and several years in the government as well. And so I really understand the landscape. And more than that, I understand when an academic comes to me, a researcher, and says, I just submitted a grant for an R01. I understand that that's more than a grant, that there's a lot of tied into that in emotion, career, identity. When someone says, ah, revere number three, I understand what's behind that. The frustration, um, even in the face of knowing that sometimes we are reviewer number three. And so it skips all of this preamble and having to explain to me what's going on there, what's behind that, what does that mean? What is it to be an academic researcher and to have an environment that's entirely different than the corporate environment? And if you've spent time there, understanding both. Like I spent years as a scientist in a tech organization and the complications that come with that. And so what I offer to academics is this real understanding, a knowing between the two of us around what's actually going on behind a lot of their um, career and life and identity, and how they can or how they feel comfortable showing up in their full authentic selves. But the one thing I won't do, despite all this understanding, is give advice. That's not what this is. Coaching is really about allowing you the opportunity to find within yourself the resources, your true desires, your purpose, and live to that purpose. And that may be within the academic environment that you're in, and the research that you're doing, and the work that you're doing, and finding fulfillment there or elsewhere. And so my goal is to help you to find that fulfillment, to empower our relationship to get you there and to find the joy and the excitement in the work that you're doing and in your life. And so if that's appealing to you and you'd like to have a partner that understands where you're coming from and your background, let's talk. I'd love to learn more about you, your work, and what you're doing.